Alrighty. Everything should be up.
Pull the
The
stream
party
up on my
audio
phone
included
just
for
to make
you?
sure. Yeah, I got my
Alright, that's okay.
included.
Alright. Now we just have to wait for the light. Hold on. This is just freaking Harvard, dog. Alrighty. Round
First
9
man
it
out
is.
of the pits is the Alpharia Fister.
On mediums.
Yeah, we had a few drivers yesterday start Q1 and even do a run in Q2 on the medium tires. Not 100% sure why they're doing mediums, but
probably to get a feel for the track or something.
yeah, put
Or
some rubber
just,
down, I'm guessing.
yeah. It looks overcasty, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see rain. But who knows?
Yeah, the race yesterday was overcasty for almost the whole race, and by the end it did start to get a little clearer. We've got Fister coming out of the stadium section now through the final two corners. He will be starting the first hot lap of this qualifying session tonight here in Mexico City. He's opened up the DRS.
And coming out there.
And down the main straight, he's got a top speed of 207 miles an hour. Turn 1, followed immediately by 2, and then 3. It's second gear through most of it. Third gear on the exit. Opens the DRS again.
Looks like he almost just went to the grass there, coming out of there. And straighten
The
out
first sector is at 28.9, about the same kind of pace Tier 4 was putting up last night in the first sector. See what he can find in the middle sector here as he goes through the double apex hairpin. Now he's going to start coming through the S's. He rides the curve for turn 7, turn 9 as well. Tries to keep himself a little wide in turn 10. Opens the DRS once more. 58.3 through the first two sectors. Once again, similar pace to last night. He's on the medium, so you know these guys have definitely got a massive pace advantage over Tier 4. Through the final two corners now. Across the line, Fister is going to put up an 18.6 for the first lap of the session. Next man across the line is S.A. Bolt as he's put up an 18.1 on mediums. You've got the McLaren of Joshua. He's just pulled into the pits at the end of his outlap.
well, it's on a lap. I thought of Williams. No, they invalidated. That was Alex. Or no, not Alex. I was looking at his name. That was Bobby. Invalidated. I think he's gonna go for another run though.
Got Antonio Wright coming to the stadium section now.
There's a huge queue in the stadium section. Looks like
there is. And Robin across the line to 16.7 for him. Antonio Wright puts up a 23.0. Triple B Power puts up a 17.7 on those medium tires. Got a handful of cars on the pit straight now. Cute Jaguar across line. It's an 18.1. E3 for the Williams.
pretty sure the next driver across the line should be Bobby, if I'm not mistaken. And then that huge cluster of cars in Sector 1.
Next man across the line will be Mr. Oddbod. He will be starting his hot lap, though. But yeah, you are right. The first one to cross the line and put up a time will be Bobby, unless he's invalidated.
Oh, yeah, he did. He got a bit loose there. That's a bummer. There's a Red Bull behind him. That's not Dylan. That's... I don't even want to say that, but yeah, he's on an outlap. There's the Ferrari going through there. I think that's Neb. Yeah, it is. He should be the next... No, it isn't. It's whoever the McLaren is, which is Thunder. He will be the next driver across the line, by the looks of it.
And
And then I
the first 2
believe it
sectors
should
is
be,
the 57.5.
yeah, it's CB or Alex behind him. That'll be the next driver to settle time. Bunch of drivers, like you were saying, on the medium, so it's quite interesting. A
It's
lot
not
of
just
drivers
2 or
actually. Look at,
3, it's like
yeah,
half the
it's
grid, over
half the
half even.
field, more than half probably. Up to the line, Thunder sets a, I honestly can't
Respectable
see because I have the thing.
17.3. We get a
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
16.729 for Mento. It's P2 for the Mercedes. Antonio Wright improves his time to a 17.0. It's P3 for the Ferrari. Neb Rush from
To
across the line
Jaguar
puts
and
up a
into the
21.5, and
pits.
he looks like he's lost it. Facing backwards, he's got to turn himself around. I don't think he can wait.
Starting a lap, that's Joshua, and then Alfa Romeo behind him also starting a lap.
Reese had joined the session, but it looks like he's left. I will try to send him another invite.
Yeah, still pretty shocking to see a bunch of drivers on the mediums.
Oh yeah,
Strategy calls so soon. But I wonder if we'll see that maybe in the IRL race coming up this weekend.
maybe.
Who knows?
17.0 for
to be up
KGB
early.
Daddy. It's P3 for the Red Bull.
Pretty sure Ace Flip in the Alfa Romeo should be the next driver across the line right now, and then I don't know if that's Fister or not in the AlphaTauri, or if that's just Robin going on in lap. Up to the line, what is Ace Flip gonna set himself? A nice 117.5 puts him in the midfield, I would say.
And in the
Believe the
meantime, Bobby
AlphaTauri
puts
is
up a
starting
17.8. It
along.
puts him up what was P8. It's now P9.
Where's Joshua gonna put himself?
Oh,
Fifth?
wow.
That was pretty good.
Not a bad lap at all. It's P5 for him.
Yeah, third row, or yeah, third row for McLaren at the moment. Provisional third row. So I believe
Got
that's
Alibaba going a little
Mercedes
slow
of,
down the pit straight. I assume he's trying to put in a bit of a banker lap here, and then perhaps his second lap he'll start to push. Although he doesn't have any ERS, so maybe he's already used all of it.
I don't, Bobby might be on a lap. I mean, he has no ERS, but he had his DRS enabled.
The only thing you can say
So,
for him right now is that he hasn't put up a lap already. Dylan coming across the line, he's invalidated, so he'll be looking to put up another lap. It would have been a 20.6 for the Red Bull if that had been valid.
Joshua and Reese finally got back into the session. They're both on an out lap. Both Haas's need to set a lap. One of them's actually on a lap right now. It's Express going through the double right-hander here in a moment on soft, so maybe some drivers, I think it's more of obviously just trying to get through on mediums, try to save a set of softs, but I mean, I don't really see how softs are going to work well in this race, but we'll find out. I'm sure of it.
Well, no. I mean, last night when I was commentating on Tier 4, softs last about 6-7 laps, and after that, you're lucky to get any further.
Yeah, so safety car might be a high probability people are wanting to hope for, if possible, if they're doing the softs, to stop.
For those of you that didn't watch last night, there was 4 safety cars and a virtual safety car for Tier 4 last night, so Tier 2, is there anything like that? Starting on the softs could be a good strategy call. 16.8 for Vito Express.
Yeah, his teammate Reese is starting his lap, and so is Josh Meister starting his lap. So they are gonna be the drivers on the lap. There is still a bunch of drivers on track, but there's only 4 drivers that actually need to put a lap out.
4 drivers have yet to put up a lap, those 4 being Sheen, Josh Meister, Reese, and Ali Bob, who's in the pits.
Yeah.
28.5 through the first sector for Reese.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just the game Mickey Mouse in the
Oh, and
purple,
he's invalidated. He went wide.
Yeah.
On the exit of turn 5, he was trying to get a good entry point to the double apex hairpin, and he just went too wide. A lot of people yesterday and so far today have had a problem with invalidating there because they're trying way too hard to go way too wide.
Next driver should be Josh setting up a lap right now. He's going through the Estes sector 2. Bit of a tight area, definitely a bit of, not too much of a struggle if you get it right, but it can be a struggle on controller. So,
Oh, I'm on controller, so trust me when I say this. It is a
yeah.
struggle. The
So, and I am too.
57.6 for the Alpine.
Yeah, he might be on a provisional pole run here, or get really high up there with the other medium runners. Sure, he's just one of those drivers that wants to really set a good lap here on medium, see if he can maybe skip out on having to use softs, because it is a full quality session.
17.3,
Eighth
it's P8, a respectable lap
yeah.
from the Alpine.
Red Bull behind him dives into the pits. I don't know who I think it's Pfister behind him. I don't know if he's on a
That
lap
it
or
is.
not.
He is on a
No, he
lap.
is not. Well, now he's
Oh,
starting a
no.
lap.
No, he
No,
was
he
on
was
his
starting a
out lap,
lap
so the
now.
game was okay. Game was giving us
So
a bit
right
of that
now it's
out lap
Pfister,
glitch.
whoever the Williams is behind him, which is not acute, it's the other Williams, I believe, which is Bobby, and then the Astons, and then a McLaren, so let's see how they go. Unless the
Wow,
Aston...
and Triple B Power
Okay.
showing his supreme pace there. The 16.3.
Yeah, he was on a lap. That's huge. That's 4/10 quicker.
Oh, for him, I think it was actually like a second quicker than his last lap.
Well, definitely a lot quicker than the AlphaTauri, who currently had a provisional pole.
Almost 4/10 ahead of Robin. It's 38 hundredths of a second if we want to be exact here. Next man across the line will be the Ferrari of Neb Restrom. He's improved by about a third of a second in the first two sectors, and across the line, it's 3.7 seconds improvement he finds, but it's only a 17.78. It's P15. He's on the bubble.
Pfister should be one of the next drivers across the line going through the stadium section now. Pretty decent lap so far from him, I would say. Not any big errors that were noticeable.
No,
The
not really.
final corners.
Reese across one puts up a 17.1. It's P7 for the Haas.
P13 only, 117.4. Definitely an improvement for Pfister, but probably not the improvement he was looking for. So looks like Mr. Oddbot invalidated a lap. He has front wing damage actually. That's going to be a bit of a not so fun time for him, I must say.
He's lost his entire front wing, so he's going to have to come in to repair that. The good news is he's got over 5 minutes. So
yeah, Thunder's coming up to the line now. P2 for him. That is super close. Look at the gap.
6 thousandths of a second
10
in the front row. That's fantastic really laps by these two so far.
Huge improvement for him. Both the Haas and I think Neb's gonna set a lap. But he was struggling because I cut over to him. He's like 1.6 off the pace, so he's diving into the pit. So is the Haas, I assume, since
he's in lap there.
Yeah. Acute's on a lap right now, actually. He's coming up into the stadium section right now. 5/10 up, and it's the last posted time, which I'm sure was mediums, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure.
It was a set of mediums he put his best lap time on. Teammate also put his best lap time on a set of used mediums.
Coming up to the line, what's he gonna do?
Ice.
Up to P6, 1.1 improvements. That's pretty good. Sauce obviously
thousands ahead
better.
Of KGB Daddy.
Yeah, Ace Flip is coming out of the pits, I believe, right now, or both Alfa Romeos are. It's that was Ariel coming out actually, because Ace Flip is a bit farther up the track.
Look at how close these Williams teammates are. They're 25 thousandths of a second apart. P6 and P7. These two are definitely on the same page.
Everybody's gonna set a hell of a lap here, I'm sure, coming up to the end. I think Thunder's going to be diving into the pits, so first driver to start this final run of the whole session for everybody that's coming out is going to be Ace Flip, and then followed by his teammate, I believe. Because I think that Williams is not going to be setting another time. So a couple people coming out that need to set a time, Ace Flip being one of them, kind of on the bubble, just like a 10th off basically. Thunder retiring from the session in the pits, so he's confident that he should make it, which I believe he should. I don't see why he'd be knocked out from P2. As Ace Flip does begin his lap here down the long main straight. I wonder how many overtakes we'll see there with DRS and stuff.
Top speed of 207 miles an hour as he heads into turn 1. It's third gear. Through the first corner, he keeps it third, drops down to second, back up to third on the exit of turn 3.
Really on
opens the DRS.
The white line there, almost invalidated.
He's definitely getting close. It's 28-4 through the first sector. He's improved by over 3/10.
up. Yeah.
Very welcome change for the Alfa Romeo driver, I can imagine. Turn 6. Keeps it on track on the exit. A lot of people also had a problem going wide on the exit of turn 6. Ooh, yellow's in sector 2. It's for the Red Bull. He's gone off the track to allow the Alfa Romeo of Ace Phillip to go through. Doing very good. He's riding the curbs, but he's doing it smart and smoothly.
On rails here, going into the stadium section now. 7
through the
tenths
first
up.
2 sectors. This guy is absolutely flying through the stadium section now. A little wide on the hairpin apex there. Misses it by about a couple of centimeters.
This is probably going to be his final run of the session. Up to the line. Where is it going to put him?
That is a
P3.
fantastic lap.
Really
P3.
close as well to the top 2. Not too far off. About 4.
Yeah, he should be more than safe. He's over 3/10 ahead of P4.
Yeah, next driver to set a lap should be his teammate here. Ariel coming out of the final corner. Can he get himself out of that bottom 5? He does.
Can.
P4.
Wow.
Only 3/10 off his teammate.
Second row lockout right now.
I believe that's an Alpine coming up now. That's Bolt. No, that's not Bolt. I
It's
apologize.
Josh Meister.
Josh, yeah.
And he's just put up P3. Look at how close these top 4 are. These guys are separated by less than 0.04 of a
Bolt
second.
will be the next driver across the line here. See what he can do. He's on the bubble. It's not. He's definitely in a threatening position, but I think he should definitely improve. Only the P10 though. But, I mean, it's still improvement, nothing less. Restarting his lap, I believe. I don't think he was there. I think Express should be coming on. Nope, Express went into the pits. I think that's Mr. Abad coming through the stadium section. He's 7/10 up in sector 2. Coming up to the line. Does he get himself out of the bottom 5? He does. P8, 116.8. Alfa Romeo coming in, I believe. No,
we got Sheen, who still has yet to put up a time. There's 40 seconds left in the session. What can the Mercedes do? It's a 17-0, but he's only P14. He is not safe.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a bit of a threat. Right, and the Ferrari is gonna be the next driver to start his lap, and I believe the Red Bull behind him. But I think that's Dylan. He's actually coming up. No, he invalidated, so he's gonna have to actually set a lap this one. See what he can do.
So he put up a bit of a warm-up lap there. As you can see, he's got much lower ERS than a normal driver starting the lap would. Pfister also has invalidated his lap, but he crosses the line with just 9 seconds left in the session, and that time would not have saved him. No, actually, that was...
definitely has a lot of ERS, though, so I think he should be fine. But these two are never the drivers trying to get there.
And he does improve. It's up to P9. Checkered flag is waving now for the session. S.A. Bolt does not improve his time, I don't think. Josh Meister is retired from the session. We got a yellow in sector 2. It's for a Red Bull off the track. It's KGB Daddy's in P14.
Yeah. Gonna probably stay off the track here to let his teammate through and everybody else that's coming now. Dylan definitely needs to set a lap here. Same with Joshua, I believe that is behind him.
He's coming across the line, and he improves up by over 1.1 seconds. It's up to P6 for Neb Resham with a 16.6. His teammate Tonio Wright, he puts it on pole by 0.03 of a second. Dylan, the next man across the line, he hasn't found a lot of time in the first 2 sectors. He's going to have to
I think he bit him in his stay coming into the stadium, but I think he should be fine. No, he's eliminated.
No, he's out.
Joshua up to the line. He was up by 2/10, not by a lot. He's eliminated.
He doesn't find much more time. Acute Jaguar gets himself more than safe.
Pfister the last one across the line, but he invalidated his
lap, and that would have been enough to get him out of the bottom 5. He's got to feel absolutely. That's got to be absolutely gut-wrenching for him. And KGB Daddy's been knocked out as well. So your bottom 5: KGB Daddy, Dylan, Joshua, Sheen, and Pfister.
Oh, he got damaged. That's why he was off the track.
Yeah, I just figured he was getting out of people's way.
Yeah.
He was safe at the time.
That's definitely a big shocker to the Red Bull.
S.A. Bolt makes it through by just 25 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, he could definitely fucking relieve himself and blow a sigh of relief from that.
If Sheen would have found a single 10th, he would have been safe. All he needed was a 10th. You've got to hate it for him.
He was in the pits though, so I don't know.
Well, he actually, I think he was trying to put up a lap and he missed out.
Yeah, I won't lie, that was definitely a bit of a shocker quality. First round. We still have 2 more rounds left.
Look at
Looks
this,
like
the top
Ferrari has good
10.
pace.
Top 10
So
all less than half a second apart. This is definitely going to be.
five though, separated only by under a tenth. That's crazy right there.
Oh yeah,
That's
this is going
really
to be a
crazy.
very
Alfa
highly
Romeo though, I
contested
gotta admit,
race.
are looking really, really strong. But I mean, it's only Q1, so I mean, anything can happen here. So
One thing I can tell you about the Alfa Romeo team is these two are very fast, very underrated drivers in this division. So seeing
yeah,
them up
looking
in
at
P5 and 6
the
is not too much of a surprise for me,
I
personally.
mean, I was just looking at the race director. A lot of people use a set of softs. Like Reese used 3 different set of softs. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be one of
Oh
those
boy.
drivers coming into the session with the tight thing. So I don't know. See what happens. And Q2 is gonna be the session where we'll see the top 10 get into the shootout. But already looks like it should be a good race. I hope so because last time I commentated a race was Miami Tier 1. It was kind of a walk-off for Pav and it was kind of boring. So
Ah,
it only really
yeah.
picked up at the beginning. So I don't think anybody's gonna be using mediums this time. If so, I'd be
Oh,
pretty fucking
maybe,
surprised.
maybe not.
Maybe just at a first run, but I mean, I'd still be pretty surprised. So
I think it just depends on what they would prefer to do. First man out of the pits is the AlphaTauri of Robin.
yeah, he's gonna have to carry AlphaTauri in his back here coming into the session. Both of the Astons, I believe, are out. Or no, I think that was just Abad. The guy who hit the pit wall of Spain. I'll never fail to never make fun of him. So, goated moment. And Alpine behind him, I want to say it was Bolt. Yes, it
It
is.
is.
Maybe watching Robin here since he'll be our first driver across the line to begin his lap in the session. Unless he lets the Aston Martin come by, and the Aston is catching him. So. Yeah, I really feel like Alfa Romeo is going to be an underrated team coming into this race at the moment. I mean, they looked, I mean, I know it's only Q1, but I mean, they both are looking really strong. I mean, setting like later runs, but who knows, maybe they can put that pace in this session as well.
Currently, the team number one in the Constructors' Championship is the Alpines of Josh Meister and S.A. Bolt with 166 points. P2 is Ferrari with 154. Unfortunately, P3 is pretty far off with 93 points. It is McLaren. Williams
Oh,
with
Robin
84 for
begins this lap
P4.
here.
P5 for AlphaTauri. 78 points. Tied with Aston Martin, also having 78. 68 for Alfa Romeo, 67 for Mercedes, 63 for Red Bull, and Haas has just had quite a rough season, down in P10 with only 33 points compared to Red Bull's P9 in the constructors with 63.
Yeah, ever since that bot incident or alt incident with Red Bull last season, I mean, they've kind of been in a downward spiral.
28
So,
through the first sector for Robin.
only driver would really be, or might go purple section or sectors unless Abad can have some good pace behind him. But he'll be the first one across the line for sure here, Robin.
At the end of the sector 2, it's going to be a 57-4 through the first two sectors. Mr. Oddbot has invalidated his lap, so he will not be putting one up here.
Yeah, looks like Robin should have a pretty strong first opening lap.
Looks like he should, certainly should. Out of the final corner, it's a 17-0.
17. Definitely a lot slower than last session, so I wonder if he's on an old set and the game's just not picking it up because I'm looking at the tires, they look like they're fresh and new.
It'll
So,
tell you they're fresh, regardless of whether they are or not. Sometimes S.A. Bolt across line puts up 17-7. So, SA Bolt's certainly using an older set of tires. That I can tell you for sure.
Yeah. Well, they were definitely in the low 116s. That's why I think Robin was as well. Maybe Bolt just had a bit of more of a struggle. I believe the next driver across the line should be a Williams of AQ. Yeah, Jaguar. 57.7 in the middle sector through the stadium. He invalidated. So,
57-2 for Ace Phillip through the first two sectors.
yeah.
Hugs the inside line for that little hairpin in that stadium section. Keeps it valid through the stadium section. And through the final corner now and to the line, Ace Phillip is going to put up a 16.8. It's P1 provisionally.
Josh should follow him shortly, and that's a 117 dead, basically. So, off the
Bad lap
pace, and
time
it's
at all.
Reese. Yeah, 117.5. Both of the Ferraris, I believe, are coming through, actually. One's on an out lap, one's on a lap, which is Neb on a lap.
Across the line puts up a 17.5.
Bunch of cars coming out of Sector 3 right now at the stadium. One pitted, though, was Bolt. And it was the Aston Martin of Triple B, 117.1.
And Neb
going fastest.
16.8. Now he's going to give his teammate the fattest toe you'll probably ever see in the history of sim racing.
Don't do a Q3 Australia Tier 3 last season.
Top speed of 207 miles an hour for the Ferrari of Antonio right down that pit straight. See what he can get.
Now he's trying to give him a bit of a slip here, but I mean, he was probably giving him a lot of, like, dirty air for that first set of turns, to be honest.
Oh, and he pulls off
nicely
just in time. It's a 28.5 through the first sector for Antonio Wright. Ferrari, without a doubt, playing the team game here. Which would make sense. Antonio Wright is the championship leader in the Drivers' Championship. He's got a 9-point lead over Bolt after Monza.
Bobby just invalidated his lap.
On to that lap. Oh, had a bit of a snap of oversteer, and he had to straight line it to the corner. No, wow. Somehow he kept that valid. A 57.3 through the first sector.
I thought he almost just went straight into a wall.
I thought he was gonna. Or at the very least back off. But no, he's going to keep going. Ali Bob gets a 16.5. Antonio Wright gets a 16.8. So without that snap, he probably puts up at least a 16.6.
I bet he had a code brown though.
Oh, certainly. I can't imagine he didn't. We got Mento coming to the line now.
Just so you know, the mediums, which I was interested about, Bolt is on a set of mediums. So, that old set. But he's going to try setting a lap on him. Well, Bobby, Thunder, Jaguar, and Express needs to set a time, but you know, like you were just talking, he's going to be the next driver across the line here. What can that Haas driver do? 116.8.
Four drivers in the 16.8s.
Bobby invalidated yet again. Thunder should be the next driver across the line as Acute starts his lap. I mean, Haas isn't looking too terrible. I mean, I know they're far down, like you're in the standings, so they aren't looking too terrible so far right now in this.
57.0 through the first two sectors for Thunder. He's absolutely on rails right now.
The stadium section. I forgot if he's on wheel or not. I really did. Up to the line. Hugging the inside, of course. 116.6.
The inside may have cost him a few thousands, maybe even a couple hundredths of a second.
Yeah, it looked like the curb like dragged his car, but
actually, I thought it may have pushed it. It may have unsettled the rear end of the car. That's what it looked like it did.
Q through the middle sector, the S's. Heading into the stadium section, 57.4 for him. Line through there. Out of the stadium section, into the final corners. Where can he put himself early in the session? Only P11, but 117.1. Not too bad. Bobby should be the next one across the line if he doesn't make a mistake again in the middle sector, which I think is where he's been making his mistakes. He did again. Just barely went on the inside of it. Oh, invalidated.
Goodness for him is he's got plenty of time to do another run. Robin across line puts up a 16-3. He won for the AlphaTauri.
Triple B Power should be the next driver, I believe, to set a lap when he gets going. He's on his outlap still right now.
No, we've got Bolt.
Is on a lap, I believe, actually, yeah. He just invalidate, but I don't know if he's going to push with them. He has literally no ERS. Sector. Yeah, he has no ERS either, so... Triple just invalidated his outlap. Lovely. Triple B is gonna finally start his lap. Oh, fuck. Times 1 and 2 and 3 for the Aston Martin driver. For the double set of right-handers, it's a little straight. See how he takes the S's. On edge, but nicely done on validating. This is improvement going to be like 5/10 up already on his PB. Through the stadium section. Nicely lined up. Bit of a wheel hop though, I would say, in that second part of the hairpin. Up to the line.
Oh, look at that. He takes it by 2,000 of a second as we go to Robin. And he spins.
Oh,
barely.
No, does he have wing damage?
He might have rear wing damage.
Oh, yeah, he might. Definitely doesn't have front, though.
But that is the good news there. And the other bit of good news that he should be safe. Ace Phillip across the line.
Yeah.
Woo.
He just absolutely took that by a 10th.
A little bit over, in fact.
That's gonna be, if he does have rear wing damage, it's gonna be quite interesting to see how he deals with that.
Josh Meister improves by almost 7/10 of a second. It's up to P4 for the Alpine driver.
Wonder who the next driver will be. Yeah. It's gonna be triple.
It should be Z or Bobby.
Is it Bobby?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's Bobby who's going to be on a lap. Oh no.
No, he's backing out of there. He was in a lot of traffic as well.
Yeah,
so.
He had Bobby and Beto both on an out lap, and neither of them were going to move out of his way, so he had to back off.
CB,
might be a penalty for those two for not backing out of it, like Josh did.
I believe the next driver across the line should be Yagi. Yeah, I think Jaguar should be starting his lap right now, and then CB right behind him also going to be starting his lap. And then whoever the Haas is in the back, yeah, I believe that's Vito, yes it is.
Alibaba's retired from the session in the pits.
That's
I'm not 100% sure
risky.
He's safe. I feel like he could be, but I can't say that he is. Like
It's
Ace
risky,
Phillip is
but we'll
safe.
see.
I don't know about everybody else. That's not a guarantee.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. There's a minute and 10 here left in the session, so everybody trying to get their final runs in. Who's going to be the 10 that make it, and who's going to be the 5 that sadly have to sit out Q3 and wait for the race to begin.
We got Josh doing another lap. I'm not sure why doesn't have much ERS left. If he was giving his teammate a tow, that'd be one thing, but he can't. He's way ahead of him, so.
Well, Acute's another driver who's already 5/10 up on his PB in the middle sector, so nicely done
Ace
from
Phillip,
the
who's retired
Williams.
in the pits.
Up to the line.
Oh, look at that.
Q, yeah, 116.4. He might be fine. It's debatable.
he's
CB next
P5.
across the line. That's provisional
Mento.
pull. Yeah, 2/10 quicker. So that's really good from him.
16.013. That is an absolutely
Espresso
mental
invalidated
lap.
his lap, so that's gonna be the hostage race done unless he can
Hold
get to
on,
the line
no,
here.
because he's going to cross the line with just enough
But he
time.
is,
I don't believe it. He crossed it with 2 seconds left.
he doesn't have a lot of ERS
Oh,
though.
no, Bobby!
Oh
Bobby didn't have
no!
enough time. He didn't cross the line in time anyway, but, oh, to spin out like that is heartbreaking.
Abba just ran wide.
Bolt and Josh both have crossed the line. Bolt improves to P8.
Next to cross
Antonio
line.
Wright, he's got it. He's got to put up a much better lap time to
I think he's gonna be in.
And
Yeah,
oh
that's
my God, yeah,
115. Neb's gonna be the next cross the line. P8 for him, so he's gonna be very cutting it close.
And Alibob's now P10.
I think Abba definitely put in.
No, he's P10. He's still P10. Now he's out.
Well, next driver.
The final driver we gotta wait on is just Express, Beto Express, and he's invalidated. Oh, the humanity.
I'm surprised. What's his face made it oddbod because he did what Tonio did. Ran wide, like really wide, not really wide, but he ran wide and didn't invalidate somehow. So quite surprising.
Antonio Wright puts up the best lap of the session with a 15.935. It's pole position for him in Q2, followed by Mento, Thunder, Ace Phillip, Triple D Power, Robin, Josh Meister, Q Jaguar, Mr. Oddbot, and Neb Restroom are your 10 drivers for Q3. Your bottom 5, Ali Bob, who I said it when he retired. I feel like
I wonder how he's
retired too
feeling
early.
right now, to be honest. It was a risky decision, but it almost paid off. I mean, he was only like what, a 10th?
It was a full 10th, almost a full 10th behind Neb Restroom. Reese will be P12, P13 for SA Bolt. And Beto Express with a 16.8 down in P14, and CDR Bobby with a 20.1 as his best lap. I'm not quite sure how he can't get much better than 20.
I think the biggest shocker out of that should be definitely Bolt. Expect them kind of up there, maybe just not one of his strong tracks.
This isn't going to help Bolt's championship fight. He's P13. Yeah. Tonio qualified on pole for this.
Top 3 under a 10th of one another. So that's kind of crazy.
This could also hurt Alpine in the constructors.
Oh, we still got a long race ahead, and we still got to see where Josh will put himself here.
Yeah, so, for
sure. Looking at the sets used, Jaguar used 3 different sets of sauce.
Josh did too.
Most
he
only used
2. It was Jaguar.
Most people used 2. Yeah, Bolt was the only other driver to use 3 different sets, but he used
Alibaba only used 1, which is what ended up hurting him in the end.
I mean, if he had only put a 10th in faster in the early stages, he definitely would have made it for sure. It was a risky decision, but didn't pay off, unfortunately. But I mean, he's only like what, P11, so he's still there. I mean, he just has to only gain 1 position. He'll be in the points. So we'll find out here, but it's the shootout, and it's gonna be a bit crazy, I assume. Because Ferraris, we know, have really good pace. Thunder has good pace. Triple has really good pace as well. Mento has really good pace. Like, a lot of people have good pace here. So.
Well, you gotta remember, this is Division 2. Even the slower drivers in this division have got some pretty good pace. That's why you got to compare these guys to each other. You can't compare them to yourself or to anyone else out of the division. I mean, if I was comparing these guys to
Ace
me, I would
Solo
just be
should be
like, I would be constantly going off about how great these guys are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ace is gonna be the
I'm
first
in
one on
tier
track,
6
followed
as a
by Josh.
reserve, so trust me when I say it. These guys are lightning compared to me. Even on a bad day, these guys are
I should
just
be tier 3, maybe
ridiculously
tier 2
faster.
face. But, you know, being American's hard. Racing's hard due to the times.
The American leagues don't. There are not many American leagues that really help us out. 80 to 90 members each.
Well, hopefully next season things should change. I should hopefully be able to race, but we'll find out.
Same
We'll
here.
find out
I haven't
eventually.
been able to race because tier 6 ends up coming on the same day as my commentary for another league that I'm in. I'm trying to switch the commentary
What
date.
is Ace's helmet? You see that? It has like little horns on the top of it.
I do. If you go on board, you can. It's those. I don't remember what it's
I
called. But
can't really
it
see
is
him
those
because of my camera
horns.
angle on it. But
Here's Philip
I think
across
he'll
the
be the
line now.
first
We'll
ever
start the
Arizona.
first hot lap of the session.
Gotta watch out for all the cars coming out of the pit lane.
But I hope the Ferraris get out of his way.
Yeah.
It'd be a big penalty otherwise.
Gets out of the way nicely.
Got
One Ferrari.
Rexstrom who got way out of the way immediately.
He's gonna try to get slip off the other one. I don't think it really worked, but 28.6 for sector 1. I think Josh just stole that fastest first sector actually from him. So I don't know what his time was. Also a bit of traffic for Josh. I think there was a bit more of traffic for Josh on his lap because he got caught up behind the Williams in the turns while Ace was able to get by him on the straights like this Mercedes here hopefully, or not.
Okay, maybe not.
Mercedes.
Gotta hope he gets out of the way. He does,
Yeah.
thankfully, finally.
That was
And he cuts the
risky.
whole corner. That explains why he got out of the way.
I
Well, that's a
guarantee
penalty,
he
but-
validated the next lap. We'll see.
No, it doesn't
Up to the
invalidate
line.
the lap.
Oh,
But for Philip, he
line,
puts a
116.7.
16.7. Not a bad lap to start the session.
Josh will be the next driver across the line.
Look at that.
16.1.
That's the kind of lap I was thinking we'd get. The 16.1 for Josh Meister, so he might not have been blocked nearly as badly as we thought. I mean, if you're putting up a
Let's see who
16.1
next
this
driver. I think
early,
it should be
you're
Robin.
definitely putting up a
Next
much better
driver
time.
across the line.
By the
Yeah, it'll be
end.
Robin and it'll be both the Aston Martins are the next ones across the line. After Robin here, who's in the stadium section now, a bit wide.
Oh,
there
no!
for the hairpin.
Triple B Power
What?
lost it.
Badly, or doesn't look
Yeah,
too
he
bad.
spun off.
Well, he doesn't have front wing damage, thankfully. Robin puts it on 116.8.
Oddbod with
Oddbod.
not a very good first two sectors. 102. I don't think I've
Well,
seen
he doesn't even
anyone.
have his hot lap enabled.
Oh, he might
I
be
don't-
running the second lap. Or he might be trying to give Triple B Power a go here.
Maybe. Mento has the fastest second sector as of right now. He's coming through the stadium section now, out of the stadium section, through the last set of turns. Up to the line. What is it going to be for the Mercedes driver?
Oh,
115.7. That was definitely a
okay.
brand new spanking start
That
right
is-
there. Oh,
that
Neb
is
lost
a-
it in the stadium section. No front wing damage.
It was both him
Spun it.
and Tonio. Tonio lost it out of the stadium section. I was like, that's not.
Yeah, IQ's gonna set a lap next. It's 116.9. Then the McLaren unless
Thunder put them
No,
at
that was Thunder.
16-0.
Yeah. Pretty good lap though from as the Ferrari and Neb hits. I think Triple's on a lap right now, but really good lap there from Mento. But I think that was just a fresh set of softs, and if it was, well, it most likely was. I don't think it was too smart, just in my opinion, because I would do that more at the end of the session when the track does have even more rubber on it. As Triple's getting a bit of a toe there from his teammate. I wouldn't say it was a great toe though, compared to the Ferraris, but still a toe, nothing less. There's stadium section, bit of an old set of softs because he's spun as well. So I wonder how much heat they have in him.
Yeah, more than you'd like.
Yeah, up to the line, it's still
16.5.
116.5.
It's a pretty good lap from the Aston Martin driver.
Yeah, he will have another lap though, so all's good. He'll be fine.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
still got
quite
6
a
minutes and
good
20
opening
seconds
lap
left.
though. Yeah, good opening lap though from Mento. Really good opening lap. I only
Oh
raced
yeah.
against him once, and I was in tier 3, I think at Silverstone. He wasn't in the right tier, technically. That's when they found out his pace was too good, but I mean, he was a pretty good driver, so.
Yeah.
And showing his pace here in tier 2 as well. So, but there's still one more run to have from everybody. Should be able to put in at least one run. I don't think 2 runs is possible. Well, maybe if you go out like right now, but I think everybody might wait until the end.
I don't know if you're gonna have enough
So,
clean sets of sauce to do 2 runs. Unless you do the
yeah,
first
I
one on a
think
dirty set.
most should have. I feel like there's 1 or 2 here that might have not a fresh set of sauce. But everybody should have a fresh set.
Triple B Power does look like he is on an in lap here.
Robin's the first driver to go out here. As I skipped over to triple just to see him running over the cone in
So
the
I'm pretty
stadium
sure Ace
section.
Phillips on an out lap too.
I believe so as well. Yeah, he's coming up to the line and validated his out lap, but it doesn't really matter. Starting his lap now here. He is what, a whole second off the pace from our provisional pole sitter at the moment.
As of right now, yeah. You gotta hope if
So
you're in the Alfa Romeo garage, you've gotta hope you can find that second.
yeah, I think he's also going out early in case if he validates, so he has time to set another lap, which is reasonable, of course. That's why most drivers would probably want to go out like right about now because they would want to set in that extra lap. Does go
28.4 through the
purple,
first
sector
sector.
1. I feel like sector 2 is gonna see where it matters.
Yeah, it's not just about the straight line speed. You gotta have at least some downforce here at this track.
Bit wide there, almost invalidating, but
Seventh gear through
definitely got
there.
through
Usually
there.
you see someone going 6th or 5th gear. Finds over
Yeah,
half a
5 tenths
second. It's a
up.
56.5 through the first 2 sectors. That is blazing fast. How much more time does he find in this final sector?
What we're about to find out here is he's coming up to the line right now. Where is he gonna put him?
Oh, wow. That is
Second.
a fantastic lap.
Yeah,
It's a
8 tenths of
15.9.
improvement. Unfortunately, not pole, but I mean, it's still a very good lap though. Only 2 tenths off of the pole pace, or about 2 tenths.
Not even. He's less. If you go by leader gap, it's less than 12 hundredths of a second between the top 2.
Yeah,
Robin, after
actually.
the first sector, had improved by a few hundredths of a second. He's going to have to find a lot more time if he wants to be in the front of the grid.
Oh, bit of a, yeah.
He snapped and then he invalidated. Backing off now. I don't know if he's going to be able to save enough ERS to be able to.
How much time is there left? 3 minutes? He might have time, but it's going to be a pretty long cooldown lap if I had to imagine.
Yeah.
So, Mercedes and Mentos coming back out for another run. So, we'll see.
He is going to stay out. He's still pulling into the pits. He might be satisfied with his lap time. I don't know if he can find any more time. I certainly hope for his sake he can, but that might be his qualifying session done and dusted.
Yeah, I don't think he has time to go back out again unless he goes out immediately, but I still don't know.
Oh, he's got time if he comes out right now, but I imagine he's
still being put
waiting
into the
because
pits.
His pit crew is definitely taking their sweet time pulling them back into the garage.
So Robin's on a cooldown lap. He might try to set a lap in those tires. It should be Mento on a lap. First one lap, Tonio, and then Ned, unless the McLaren of Thunder gets ahead of him, and then it should be Triple, and then Josh, and then Oddbod. That should be the order. And maybe Acute if he comes back out for another run, which I assume he is. It just seems like he's waiting, huh? But, coming out of the stadium section now. Yeah, Mento's gonna start his final run of the session here.
Both
and
Acute Jaguar and
Ace is actually coming back out, by the way.
Ace is coming both. Yeah, they both are. I didn't realize you'd be looking at the
So
garage.
yeah,
So they're both
Mento
coming
though.
out, but they don't have a lot of time. They're gonna have to push on their outlaps here.
Yeah, can Mento keep it on pole here? I mean, he's 2 tenths clear of the nearest driver, which is Ace, but does he have enough time to get back around? There's a minute and 10 here left in the session.
Robin has
Coming up to
just
the end of
crossed the
sector
line to put up
1.
another lap now.
Mentos is 17 hundreds or whatever off his pace, or not 17 hundreds, like
17,000.
17,000s. Yeah, I always get that mixed up, but he's a bit off in the first sector, but let's see what his second sector was.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know if he's
second
going to be
sector is
able to
where
match
you're gonna
that
gain
time.
all your time here in the stadium section.
Yeah,
Opens the DRS down this backstretch. He does gain a bunch of time.
he is a
1300ths of a
10th.
second
Yeah,
gain through the second sector. Excuse me.
he's a
With
10th up,
30
actually,
seconds
I
left in
said.
the session.
Can he
Until through the
match
final two
or
corners.
improve his time here? Up to the line. What is it going to be? It is definitely an improvement
Does lose
by
a
about
little bit of time in the final sector, but it is an
yeah,
improvement. It's
that is
15.73.
good for him. Ace starting his lap right now with then the
Just 10 seconds
Williams of
left.
Jaguar. Yeah, so they definitely got their laps in. Good job to them. Robin's about 3 tenths up in the second sector, I believe, if that was right. I think he's on a lap right now.
Checkered
Coming up to the
flag
line.
waves
Quali
for
is
the end of
over.
Q3.
What can Robin do? Can he put it on the front row, maybe? I don't know, though. No,
Oh no,
second
he
row.
misses out just barely, but it's P3
Yeah.
for Robin with a 15.988. The next two
Here comes
drivers
our
are going to be the
championship
Ferraris,
leader.
Antonio
Believe
Wright
it
and
is.
Neb Restrom. Antonio put up here. It's going to be a 15.77.
That's really good.
It's
What can Neb do?
P2.
Can Neb...
Oh,
he gets
Neb
a bit of an
gets a little bit of oversteer. The 16.3, it's
Seven.
not enough to go much further than P7.
Triple B coming up to the line now. What is he gonna do? Third place,
P3.
115.8. Not bad, not bad.
Thunder across the line does
Western.
improve, but it was invalidated. Josh Meister across the line, it's P5 of 15.9. Mr. Oddbot, I don't think he improved. Ace Phillip, he invalidated, but he will not be able to find any more time. He's up by 600ths of a second in the middle set, first
Ace
two
puts it
sectors.
in the P9, so
And the
good
Q
job
Jaguar
from
puts
him.
up a 16.3.
But
It's good enough
Mento's
for
gonna be our
P9.
pole sitter for Mexico. Wonder if he'll maybe spoil a bit of a party here, because Tonio P2, where was Volt again? P13?
P13.
Was it? Yeah, so that's going to be huge gains maybe in the championship, and maybe for Ferrari in general, as they're looking pretty good. Just Neb just had that bit of a snap though coming out of the final corner.
Yeah, he's
But
almost,
Josh
he's over
P5,
2.5
so-
tenths, but he's over a quarter of a second behind Thunder, so I don't know how
That
much
was a
time he
really
could have
good-
found without that oversteer.
Yeah, that was a really good quality session though.
For Alpine, it's P5 and P13.
Yeah. Top three all within a tenth of one another, but it's Mento on pole with Tonio and P2, Triple B, and Ace on the second row, Josh and Robin on the third row, Thunder and Neb find themselves in row 4, and then Acute and Mr. Abad on the fifth row, 9th and 10th there. I mean, strong teams coming out of this right now. Looks like Ferrari, maybe a bit of an Alfa Romeo, and Mercedes showing from Mento, and Aston's not terrible. They got one really good driver, Triple, and Mr. Albot himself being pretty good as well in P10, so that could be a solid points hold from them if they can get a good grasp on it into the race here, but anything can happen. We could see a safety car in lap 1 for crying out loud. And the dash turn 1's gonna be crazy, I'm sure. So, we'll
Certainly
have to
could.
see
It
that.
is a possibility.
Yeah, it's a very long run into turn 1 here. Wonder who's going to take hards, who's going to take mediums, or who's maybe going to be a bit sneaky and go on soft. So I don't see why. There's no fresh set of softs here, so we can see by now. Or well, couple might. Looks dry and also very clear. Just light cloud coverage by this stupid camera angle I got. One thing I must say is a fight, though, for us commentators is trying to get a good camera angle for the start of the race.
Oh, you're telling me, man. Trust me, that
Yeah,
ain't nothing I don't already know. Everyone and their grandmother is on the hards to start this race,
I haven't even
except
seen it yet.
for Robin. P6, he's on the mediums.
Oh, my race director's glitched.
Definitely
Oh, never
interesting
mind.
seeing all those
No, I'm seeing some softs.
hards. Oh, I guess they must have switched.
Men, yeah, no, he went to hards now, Mento. He was on the softs. A lot of weird, holy. I can't even see the grid yet. I was looking at the race director. A couple softs, so more in the back of the field. I think Mento was just maybe thinking of a strategy, but he decided to go back. I think if you're in the back of the field, softs are reasonable, but the front probably not, because obviously you used all your sets. You're gonna have an old set, and that could definitely throw you off rails. Unless you go long, you could definitely do softs to like hards and do a long run, but that's probably not gonna work too well. As we wait for everything to load in. God, it's taking its sweet time. Unless people just haven't readied up yet, 'cause I think that 2 minute rule is
Well,
into
we are.
effect.
I was gonna say we got a bit of a wait time for
Yeah, I
that
forgot about
stuff.
that. Oh, what are you expecting out of this race? What team do you think will prevail here and do pretty good?
Well, the way Ferrari has certainly looked pretty good to start this session. Alpine has been a bit on the back foot, so who knows? Of course, it is just qualifying. There have
Yeah.
always been pretty competitive races. I'm gonna say a name you probably wouldn't think of right now. I'm gonna say Robin is gonna be a front runner in this race. I feel like he's
Yeah, I mean, how I'm looking at it coming out of qualifying, the pros is definitely Mercedes with Mento up there, Ferrari them being in there. Aston Martin might be looking at pretty good points, maybe a podium from Triple. I mean, you can't count Bolt out. I'm sure his race pace might be good, and Josh is obviously there, so that could be good. Like you said, Robin's looking good, but his teammate Fister's struggling in quality. McLaren looks, and then you kind of see cons, like you see Red Bull like all the way down the grid right now, not looking too great, but also, I mean, like I said, it's a long race, it's a 50% race, so who truly knows what's gonna happen here? As a lot of mediums and hards, one soft runner, it's Neb, so it'll be a bit interesting to see, I must say. But I think nothing less. It should be a good race, really. Just kind of got to see how it all goes.
yeah, you've
Thanks
got a lot
everybody.
of a lot of very pacey drivers sprinkled all over this field, so there's definitely going to be some top tier battling here in this race tonight.
11 people on hards, 8 on mediums, and 1 on softs, obviously, which is Neb. So, a bit more of a hard compound versus medium. But obviously, I mean, I guess the safety car could change out that whole entire story. So,
Not sure what Mento is
yeah.
doing. It looks like he's allowing people to pass him under the
No, 2 people
on the formation
disqualified.
lap. It is the Haas Vito Express and CDR Bobby. From the back to the front, we got Fister, Sheen,
Saw an Alfa Romeo,
Joshua,
it's fun.
Dylan, KGB Daddy, Bobby, Vito, Bolt, Reese, Ali Bob, Mr. Oddbod, Acute Jaguar, Neb Restroom, Thunder, Robin, Josh Meister, Ace Phillip, Triple B Power, Tonio Wright, and Mento is your starting grid for this race tonight at the Mexico City Grand Prix.
I just hope for no safety car on lap 1. So we don't have to sit through a long safety car stays. Although it'd be interesting to see everybody kind of group up. Is anybody gonna do a funny 360? Doesn't look like it. I saw people doing that in the Miami formation lot coming to the line. So, of course, I got a sign in my way, so I can't even see a good angle. Lovely. This is usually where I just go on board with somebody for the start and kind of see how it all goes. Here we go. Round 9's about to be underway for Tier 2.
5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here for the Mexico
Good
City
jump
Grand
from
Prix.
Antonio, but Mento's gonna guard that off. I think he got a better straight line, or good start. He's squeezing
Oh
him
yeah,
there.
look at that.
Yeah, it was a bit
Antonio
of a
is
squeeze,
bump
but
drafting him down this pit straight here.
they're all bunched up in the back like expected. As Mento's gonna have the inside. Oh, they both spun. He saved it. He has to take the Max Verstappen bit of a
Antonio
route
cuts
there.
the entirety of turn
Yeah,
3 and gets a 3-second time penalty. That is not how you
Haas
want to
spun in the
start the
back.
race.
That's Express, and I think Bobby had a bit of a spin in the back as well. Joshua not a good start. That's probably going to be looked at the FIA after the race. I don't think that was Tonio's fault getting that grid penalty, or not grid penalty there.
Well, he certainly had an option on whether or not he wanted to cut the corner at full speed. And well, let's just say he cut the corner at full speed, so I can't really say that he's going to get that taken away, I don't think. We got yellows, it's for Ace Phillip, he's lost it completely. Oh no, that's terrible. Man started P4 and he's already down to P19.
Robin's picked up a penalty already, but I mean, he's out to third, but he already picked up a penalty. Third stadium section. Reese is up 7 positions already. That's
so
really good from the Haas.
Sheen now up 8 positions after passing Neb Restrom.
Hunt just put in the fastest lap, I mean, as expected. He's first right across the line here in the opening lap. Robin really wasting or dropping some ERS here against Tonio. Through turns
have
1.
Pretty similar ERS right now.
Yeah, turn 2 that Robin will have for the inside, but he gets a bit squeezed off. He gets the move done. I don't think that was overtaken off the track though, so I think he'll be fine. Reese moving up past Triple B, up 8 positions now from the Haas driver, doing America proud, I guess.
He's trying to get as many positions as he can.
Bolt's up pretty good, up 5 positions already. Right behind his teammate, actually, only a second behind him, so Alpine moving up. Neb had a bit of a bumpy start there, so Ferrari and Alpine.
We got the Red Bulls into each other, and it's Dylan around. Doesn't look like there's very.
Yeah, but he has a Haas all over him.
I don't know what KTM
I wonder how that's
doing, but he
go
just
after
pushed
the
his teammate off and spun him off the track. Well, he's fighting P2. It's going to allow Minto to keep pulling away. DRS has been enabled this lap, and we got yellow. It's for the Haas of Vito Express.
Josh flying past the McLaren on the main straight. Also a bit of a medium versus hard show between Josh and Thunder there. Bolt catching up to Thunder as well, who's also on hards. So a bit of a train about to begin, but looking like a good battle. If Reese and Tonio and Robin keep battling, Reese is gonna have a look here, but I mean he's already pretty much there. He's actually doing really good on the start, so I think Ace might have pitted unless he had that big of a spin, but I don't think he had damage though, so that's why I didn't assume he was gonna pit.
Only one person's pit, and that is Ace. He's on brand new mediums.
Yeah, so he must have had damage then. Didn't look like he had damage though. Sheen under attack from Ariel into the stadium section, forces Sheen a bit wide. Oh! Ariel just slammed that wall. He completely lost it. Front wing damage. Yeah. Completely, front wing is completely gone. Surprisingly didn't DNF. He like slammed the wall pretty hard. Safety car, full course now. That's gonna help his teammate, but that's huge. Who's that pitting ahead of him? That is Bobby, and Neb's actually pitting as well.
Vito stays out.
Penalty being served by Neb.
Oh,
actually,
I'm sorry, this is a full course safety car, and someone's hit the safety car. Joshua, or maybe it's Joshua who hit Sheen. Joshua's missing an end plate, and they've still got to deal with driving behind the safety cars. They've got to be careful. They hit it. I'm pretty sure it's an automatic disqualification.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty Interesting. Okay.
So
Well,
Sheen, no wing damage. KGB Daddy is no wing damage. Fitster is good. Dylan is good. Good news is
okay.
the only
Well,
person there with damage is Joshua. The bad news is Joshua has damage. But with the safety car, it should allow these drivers in the back to catch back up to the pack.
well, this will definitely bunch everybody out. Full course safety car, we're only on lap 4. I
Especially
believe that
huge
might
for
have been.
drivers like Neb Restrom and both of the Alfa Romeos who started P11 and P4.
Yeah, Ace had a pretty bad start, and Ariel, coming out of it's the right-hander entering the stadium section. I think he bottomed out over the curb. I caught the back end of it, and he just spun and slammed straight into the wall, trying to get past Sheen in the Mercedes, but absolutely did not go as planned. Joshua is pitting, so he definitely had damage, but this should help everybody come together again.
And Josh will be going onto the hards. He had a 5-second penalty. He's served said penalty. So good
Pretty
news
sure
for the
that's what
McLaren
Neb was
driver.
doing, because he was serving a penalty and it didn't look like he was getting any change, or unless he did, but it was like the game glitched out for me, so I couldn't see it. But I mean, both second and third have penalties, but I mean, Robin, like you were saying, is definitely a threat for the podium and being at the front. I'm honestly quite shocked after that start. It was a good start, and then just everybody died. Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna deal with the what happened to Tonio on that start. That's what makes me a bit curious coming out of this session, or race session, because I mean he literally pulled like a Max Verstappen and went across the whole field. Didn't really have
We
much of
called
a
him Max
choice.
Verstappen, but it seems like you've forgotten that Lewis did that exact stunt at Abu Dhabi in 2021 on lap 1.
Well, I mean,
And he
it
didn't
wasn't the
like cut
exact
it a
spot of
little
Max
bit. He went
Verstappen, but it
full
was,
speed off the
yeah.
chicane and cut it
Well,
completely.
Max Verstappen did the same thing, I think, in 2016, but he didn't, it wasn't in the same spot. It was more off to the right. It was like the turn 1 to 3. He was like off in turn 2 and then cut across the track and back onto the DRS straight. So, surprised he didn't
We've
get
got
like a
Dylan.
bigger penalty.
Dylan's lost a bunch of positions, and it looks like he's spun on the pit straight. I'm
Maybe
sorry,
had
what
a
has
bit of
happened to
contact.
the... And now Antonio Wright has lost 2 positions. What is happening?
I
And
do
now
not
Antonio
know
Wright's
what's
being...
happening.
I think Antonio Wright's being told by the game if he tries to overtake Triple B Power, he's going to get a penalty. Wow, that is...
Yeah. So the game just scammed him, basically.
Yeah, the game
Let's
has
just say
completely
that.
scammed Antonio. I feel bad for him there. That's
Yeah, that's
terrible
not
way to lose
good
out
for
on a
him.
position.
Only 3 people have penalties, just an update. Robin,
That's right.
Tonio, and Dylan both have 3 seconds penalties. So.
The safety car restart should be as follows. Mento P1, followed by Robin, Reese, Triple B Power, Tonio Wright, Josh Meister, Thunder, Bolt, Oddbod, Jaguar, KGB Daddy, Sheen, Fister, Beto Express, Neb Restrom, Bobby, Ali Bob, Joshua, Dylan, and Ace Phillip. Thankfully, we have had no retirements. No, Neb Restrom's lost it. He's lost it. He's down to last now. He's P20.
Safety car is going to come
He
in
has
this lap.
damage. I can't tell from this helicopter angle. I mean, I love that I'm getting it, but I think the one time where I don't want it.
Well, just an update in the biggest movers. It's reset 9 positions after whatever happened to Tonio, and then both Sheen and Fitz are tied up 7 positions as we're going to get the restart underway here very shortly. Through the middle stadium part section. I'm watching from Reese's point of view here on this restart. I want to see if he's going to go. He's going to go now.
Mento's gone. Mento's gone. He's caught out Robin. He's caught Robin lacking.
Reese, well, I think he caught him that badly on Reese. Reese might have an opportunity to overtake Robin here, but Robin's using ERS. But looking from Robin's point of view, it looks like Reese is hauling here. He is going to go up the inside, a bit of a
very aggressive defensive move, but looks like Reese might get it. No, not quite.
Yeah, Alright, looks like Robin manages to hold on here. Is he going to get a
Josh
better
wants to
exit?
get the
Josh
3
picks up a
second.
penalty.
Antonio's
There's a
lost
yellow
it.
in the back.
Antonio's completely lost it. It's a Ferrari disaster clash to start this race.
He's still with the field, though. He's not too far behind.
No, he's
definitely
right
not good
behind his
from him.
teammate. His teammate might let him through, although I don't know. Yes, he does. He lets him right through immediately.
Okay, well, that's good teamwork from the two drivers. It's not very good for Tonio, but he still has a pretty long race ahead of him to make up the time. Thunder's finding himself in a bit of a sandwich of Alpines. Speaking of Alpines, Josh did pick up a penalty. I wonder if he was like forced off or not. But let's see how this field comes along here.
Like everybody's just keeping it single file.
Yeah,
That's
nobody's trying to
Alibaba
make a
Beto
move
who
right now.
overtakes Beto. We've also got side by side for Twister and
Whoa.
Bobby for a moment there.
Looked like Sheen was off track when I cut the fister there. He had a bit of a poor exit, looked like, from Sheen.
Dylan trying to get the overtake done on the inside.
Battle for like
Joshua.
16th right now,
Yeah.
or 15th. they're all jungling up. McLaren of Joshua, who's under attack from Dylan in the Red Bull, and then Ace Phillip maybe a bit behind. It might be attacking the Haas here, but the Haas looks like he'll stay ahead. Bit of a good move there from Dylan. He's going to send it back up the inside. Joshua, he does not. Stays behind. Tonio's probably about to go on a bit of a revenge arc after what just happened to him. Looks like the top two are starting to kind of pull away from Reese, by the way. Tough one through the field right now. What is happening back here? Looks like Pfister just lets Bobby go ahead of him there. I mean, understandable. Josh, or no, not
3 second.
Yeah, that was Joshua, not Josh. Looking at the wrong one. Picks up a penalty, his first penalty of the race so far.
We had
Yeah,
all
looks
but
like
one
Pfister
driver
not
last
want to be
night
side
get
by side.
a penalty in last night's race. That one driver was the Haas of
there's-
Buzz. He went from what was at one point P11 to P8 on track, and after penalties finished P4. So trust me when I say this, gents. Ladies and gents, penalties matter. Oh, Dylan just put Joshua into the wall.
He got a penalty for that as well.
Yeah, he got a penalty for that. That I hope
That's-
for Joshua's sake is removed and added on, either added on to
Robin
Dylan
was looking
or
under
taken
penalty.
away.
Or at least it's taken
He
away
was
from
looking to attack the Red Bull driver.
Robin gets a
He's
3 second
looking for-
time penalty
Yeah,
again.
Dylan's also at ERS, by the way. I mean, this battle in the back is going to heat up in a moment because Tonio's still trying to find a way around them.
Oh yeah, he's on old
Battle
mediums.
for 11th right now between Bobby and Alex. Looks like Bobby is the inside, or had the outside, now the inside. Alex
You
goes
mean
off the
Sheen?
track. Well, yeah, same shit. His name is Alex. That's why I call him Alex.
Oh, okay. I call him by gamer tag so I know who I'm
No,
talking
you're
about.
good. You're good. Bobby, though, prevails ahead of him. It's like Sheen may have had a bit of a wobbly line. He does. He runs off a bit.
There.
Yeah, that's going to allow Ariel, his DRS was enabled this lap. So, a bit of a progressive. I think the big battles are definitely going to be in the midfield for sure. But up in front, Mentos and Rob are running away from Reese a bit. So, but battle for P12 might
I
get
think
up
if you're
in the
Reese, as long as you're getting a podium, I don't think you're going to complain.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if maybe Ariel gets a bit of a straight line or jump on the Sheen here coming into turn one, but I think he's a bit too far behind. Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, we got a fight
A
for
bit of
P9
a-
and P Jaguar getting
Yeah, I was gonna
past
say a bit
Casey
of a
Daddy.
scuff.
Or back past him, I should say.
I mean, KG's doing pretty good. He's up 6 positions when we started. After the drama.
Big bit of contact between Sheen and Alibaba. Sheen goes very deep into turn 5. It's turn 6 now. More contact between the
I
two.
just-
Ooh.
Yeah, I was looking behind on the Red Bulls cam. I saw Ali's rear end losing it. She picked up another penalty.
6 seconds now for the Mercedes driver.
It's hard to not pick up a penalty here. There's so many spots you can easily pick up one. DRS here though for Ali. He's going to send it on the inside. Hopefully he doesn't make the mistake again actually. Because
Dives
the one that
down
spun
on him.
here.
Might have
Oh,
kept
he
it.
got
No!
spun! Oh
taken out by
no!
Sheen.
I wonder
just
if he has
hooked
rear
him into the
wing
wall.
damage. I don't know if he's gonna have rear wing damage or not there.
Ooh, and Dylan hits
Caught
the
that
wall,
on
so he's got
stream.
damage for sure.
Well, yeah, after that, that's gonna allow everybody to kind of bunch up here for 12. A bit of a battle. Yeah, Fister's kind of in a sitting duck moment as Sheen's about to fly past him in turn one. Very naughty, I must say, from Sheen there. Almost.
Definitely not
same...
on. No, and Ace Phillips spins Fister right off the track.
Oh, no.
Ace Phillips goes from 13th down to 17th and continuing to drop.
Wonder how the Ferraris are looking at this, trying to make their way back up through the field. Is Dylan and Never going at it for 16.
Oh yeah, wow, look at that.
Dylan just
Dylan 3
easily took
seconds.
Yeah.
He's going so wide. He doesn't even care. He's picking up these penalties. Eberstrom getting a massive amount of lockup. Oh, he gets spun off by Ali Bob. These Ferrari
everybody's
drivers are just not getting along whatsoever. This is looking like the biggest disaster I've seen from Ferrari.
Oh my god,
season.
Tonio and Joshua are going at it in the stadium section for P14. So, is that takeout number 3 now of the race you've seen?
At least 3 or 4 even.
Well, coming down the main straight, is Tonio going to be able to get the move done? A bit of VRS usage and DRS. He should be able to. Joshua does not have DRS here. That puts him up in the P14, trying to make his way back up through the field right now. As he's gonna start hopefully catching up to the battle for P12 actually. Yeah, Sheen and Vito are going at it. Oh, nice cut back there from Sheen. Can he get the move done? I think the Haas has DRS, yes he does. Lying down the second straight. He's gonna try to hook it around the outside.
Contact between Sheen and Vito is pressed.
Yeah, a bit of wheel contact. Watch this from Tonio's point of view now. They're still going at it. They're going to cost themselves a lot of time. He shows them off a bit there. Yeah. Oh, he's going to give up here going into the S's. It's like Express holds a nose, but he'll run through. Hard to go single or double wide through the S's here as Express looks like he's struggling, but not as bad as Alex there. Just he's all over the place. Express is going to send it up the inside. Will we see another takeout from Sheen? Doesn't look like it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that was a move of the century right there.
And Joshua tried to get something on it too. Oh, he bumps into the... Oh, and Sheen's now taking out Tonio. I don't believe what he's doing. It was 4 wide there through the final corner for a moment there. And Dylan gets the lead and he's going to get DRS. And these Ferraris have just had the worst night possible.
Still a huge battle going on though for P13, no 12 actually.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest fight I've seen for a position like this ever.
Oh, Dylan had a bit of
Dylan almost lost it
wobble.
completely. He cut the corner, doesn't get a penalty.
Oh my lord.
Joshua,
this is I believe
a 5-way battle. Almost 9 seconds back on P11.
Yeah, 7-way battle nearly. Fister jumps into this for just P12.
Yeah.
This is like the battle for like
Fister is right behind them, so he is going to join these guys in just a moment.
Yeah. So, looks like Sheen's going to have a bit of a good talk with FAA, I'm sure, after this race.
And
as somebody spun in the back.
More contact. Ace Phillips gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Dylan. HB Daddy gets a 3-second time penalty. That's further up the field. Ace Phillips has been spun off. These guys back here are definitely not trying to give each other any space whatsoever.
Okay, well, I think it's going to die down a bit, but I think it's not going to die down at the same time. Safety car will bring everybody back together, but I don't know, Express is still going to go for a move. This is now his like 5th attempt of trying to pass Sheen again. Here, Sheen's not going to give it up. He's being really aggressive tonight. Really aggressive. So, well, back ahead, both Robin and Mentos are just running away. And then everybody from that's behind, which is Triple, Josh, and
Josh might
Thunder.
have a 3-second time penalty for a
Yeah,
massive
they're all
corner
aboard
cut there.
the Reese train right now.
And Russian takes fastest lap. Nice.
Joshua picks up a penalty. And then after that, there's Bolt, who's kind of in no man's land between Thunder and KGB, who's a bit of a train with himself, Oddbod, Acute, and Bobby. So both Williams trying to get on the points
Meister is
right
in the
now.
pits after 14 laps on the mediums.
Oh geez, we're that far in. So much drama has happened. It's going on to the hards though.
Couldn't tell you what lap
Crazy
it was 2
race.
seconds ago. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not trying to bully Sheen, but how many people has he taken out now in this race? Took out like,
I mean, at least
he took
3.
out Ali, he took out Tonio. I don't know who else he took out. Crazy race though. Sad race right now for Ferrari though. It wasn't even like their faults really. I mean, some of it was, but like what's been happening the last like 5-10 laps was not really their fault. Robin just picked up another penalty, so.
3 seconds. This is 9 seconds, I'm pretty sure, for him now.
Yeah.
It is.
So as long as Mento just doesn't pick up as many penalties as him, which I don't think he's gonna, he's doing pretty good right now. He should run away with the win. Right now, Reese with BP2 at the moment.
And Triple B, Power, or Thunder, whichever one ends up finishing ahead of the other, would end up taking
on the podium.
P3.
Mento picked up a penalty. So Josh is on the mediums, I assume, right?
Josh right now is on the hards. He's on a brand new set of hards. We got Reese now
Yeah,
in the
so
pits after 15
medium runners should be pitting soon, probably. Yeah, like you were just saying, Reese just pitted, so gotta expect medium runners to be pitting soon. Speaking of medium runners, Robin and Mentos are medium runners, but they're going at it right now for P1.
Side by side still.
Robin gets pushed off a bit, but I think he kind of went off himself, so.
I think he's just trying to avoid hitting Mento and possibly getting each other into an
but I don't think Mento's gonna give up here. He's gonna go around the outside, get the inside for the next turn.
Oh,
clears
the
some bit of
contact.
slight contact, yeah. I don't think he should leave front wing damage in Robin. I think he'll be fine here, but Mentos holds ahead there. Strong defense from the Mercedes driver, as Thunder and Triple are 3rd and 4th right now, as they've been cleared from that Reese train here. Where did Reese rejoin at? He rejoined back in P15 in that drama of a pack.
Oh yeah, he got the
It's ahead of
overcut
him.
done on Josh Meister.
Yeah, good job to him, but he's still got to hold him back, and he's supposed to worry about all the drivers ahead of him that we've seen for the last like 10 laps have been killing each other. There's a McLaren spawn. That was Joshua. Heavy front wing damage. He saved it.
Oh yeah. Good news is he's still
But
in the
that
race,
was-
but bad news he's got
Yeah,
an
that's
entirely destroyed front
VSC.
wing.
I don't know, Robin and
Mento went
P-
into the pits, but look at this, he's on track. What has the game done to him? There we go. Okay, I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, that had me
Yeah.
completely confused.
So Robin, Mentos is pitted. Bobby skipped out on the pits. I think he's on hards. Both
Thunder did
Astons
as
pitted,
well.
so they're double stacking. Yeah, everybody's pitting basically. Besides, I would assume the hards, but I think the hards might try to send it here. So looks like Thunder and Bobby though are
A
in the
lot of
hards, and
drivers
they
on
not pit.
mediums trying to get those to the end. I don't know if the mediums can get to the end from here.
Yeah, this is a VSC. It's not a safety car. So that was for Joshua's spin in Sector 2, which I didn't catch fully, but I caught the back end of it, of him hitting the wall from somebody else's POV. So,
Yeah. Antonio Wright has crashed. Antonio Wright's out of the race, and that's going to make it a
That's a
full
safety
forward
car
safety
now.
car. Antonio
That's
Wright
not-
is out of the race. This is the biggest piece of news for not only Bolt, but also Alpine.
yeah, it's
Both of
not
whom
their
are
weekend right
still in
now.
the points, but Ferrari have got to be absolutely dismayed with how this race has gone so far. Thunder and Bobby
Well-
have to be thinking about pitting onto the mediums now.
Well,
I
the
know
mediums
it's a
would be
stretch,
a bit
but you
risky.
gotta go for it.
Thunder's gonna look to pit here. Yes, he is.
Move on to
Definitely
Bobby.
gonna
We're
go
going
on
to see
the
if he pits
mediums.
as well.
He should probably. I don't see why not. If he sees Thunder pitting, he's probably gonna do the same thing. Yeah, he is.
going to pit. Of course, Mento and Robin both stay out.
Beto pit. He's got to think about it. I don't know if he wants to be the one to hold up his teammate. Bobby goes on to softs. What is he doing? Oh, this is the risk of the century. I mean, if it works, if it pays off, that's definitely the genius call this century. But if it doesn't pay off,
if another safety car comes out, I think he'll be fine.
If another safety car comes out, he's gonna have to wonder what A, he's gonna figure out when it comes out, and B,
I'm gonna call it right now. It was set on softs, and he forgot to switch it to mediums.
It could have been the case.
I don't know why LTB on the back compound. That'd be a bit of a risk. I mean, if it is actually what you wanted to do, you better be hoping for another safety car. But I mean, with how the race has been, I wouldn't be surprised if one comes out. Especially because everybody's bunched back up again. So,
especially the back of the pack, we're all right back on top of each other. Pretty much from P12 down to P18, we're all on top of each other, fighting for position constantly.
Well, I mean, this is really Mento's race to win right now, to be honest.
Also his race to lose.
Thunder... Yeah, wait, what?
Also his race to lose. He's got to be very smart.
I mean, yeah, Thunder's probably the biggest threat. Well, is actually the biggest threat because he's on the mediums, but also, never mind, Triple is as well. Mediums are going to suit these guys. Bolt's a bit of a threat too. He's back in P6, but he's on mediums. So, well, biggest movers, still Reese and Bolt being 7 positions up, but KGB on a set of mediums,
Mento Racing
up 8 positions.
Safety car.
Those are fresh mediums for KG, so he might be looking at a pretty strong finish with the Red Bull out in. So we'll see what happens. I feel like if another safety car comes out though, it's going to be a really late safety car. So it's going to make people question, depending on how many laps there actually is, if they want to go on softs or not. But I mean, then again, most people use like all their sets from quali, so...
I don't know if any... There aren't probably not many drivers with any sets of softs left.
Only drivers to not have a penalty as Mento, Thunder, Triple, Reese, Bolts, Bobby, Ali, Bob, Oddbod, and Ned. So everybody else has a penalty. Yeah, I really feel bad for Ali Bob because the same spot where he got taken out by Sheen, he tried going for an overtake there and it almost worked, and he had bottomed out and spun and completely destroyed his front wing, and he got taken out like in the same spot when he tried to take a move on Sheen again. Safety car in this lap though. So good race for one Mercedes and quite an interesting race for the other. The whole field is really bunched up.
Reese has got a 5 seconds for hitting Triple B.
Oh no.
Not the kind of penalty you want to get here.
Definitely not. That's really going to set him back here.
Look how bunched the back of this pack is. We're about 2, 3, 4 wide back here.
This is going to be a good race at the start here. Good restart. Watching from Thunder's POV. I think P3 is going now. Yeah, oh, that's a good jump for Thunder, but he's probably going to have to let him by. But a contact. Look at Triple B coming up now. Through the middle. He's gonna
go the outside. Now he goes down the middle, and look at this. We got 3 wide. Gonna have to give each other some space.
He's gonna look at the inside though. He backs out of it. I think Reese is on his outside though. Yes, he is. Oh, Reese took him out. Oh no! Reese, driver's cutting through the grass. Nobody's got penalties for that. I think that was. I don't know who that was. Bobby's making up moves now on the softs. They're actually working. Gonna go with the P5. It looks like. That was
P5 now.
Oh no, not from 10 to 0. Yeah, that's not good from the Haas outing. Bobby picks up a penalty. Back up front, only about a less than a second now. It's climbing down to about 7/10 between Mento and Thunder. Thunder's on the better tire. Rob is not. He's not done
Bobby
yet.
who's lost it. Bobby has lost it. I don't know what happened, but
Good.
oh,
Bit of
Bobby
contact.
did
That
not
was.
miss
Yeah.
right off.
I just cut over to him and saw contact there. He's pitting right now. Yeah, he's front wing damage. And yeah, he just fell into the pits. There's a yellow on the straight. Not sure what it's for.
It's for the retirement of Bobby.
Oh, I did not see it. Didn't pop up yet. This is a crazy restart. It goes from 100 to like 0 for Reese, sadly. A bit of past contact. I think that was, yeah, that was Joshua and Express making contact there. So they're battling for P12. The battle for P12 in this race has been absolutely insane. So
Team that's gotten away from those guys is up to P11, right behind both the Aston
Yeah.
Martins now.
yeah, Triple B trying to make up after what just happened to him on that restart. So we'll see what he can do. Yeah, there's a bit of a train from P5 down to Sheen and P11 right now. So if I was Oddbot, I would just let power by. It seems like he's faster, to be honest. He was gonna send it up the inside though.
He's gonna go for the overtake.
Oh, they're making contact. Looks like they got shoved off there. Oddbot. Gets the move done though, power, so good job from him, but a bit of a shove, I would say. DRS is now enabled. Top 4 are pretty close to one another, I would say. Although, I mean, well, no, it is actually a train. Yeah, Robin's just lost out in a second, but he's there.
Question is, can he stay there, or is he going to continue to drop?
Yeah, I think, I mean, Thunder has the pace, but the thing is, those mediums are going to die off, I think, a lot faster. This is going to go for it down the inside. And the turn 4, I believe that is. Going into turn 5, can he get the move around the outside? He does get it done. The grip, but not fully. He's still there in the double right-hander. Can he get the exit off the double right-hander? No, he does not. Looks like a bit of a run there from Mentos. They're gonna stay side by side going through the S's right now.
I heard him touch a little bit.
Yeah, Thunder does clear him to get ahead. It's gonna allow Robin to be all over the diffusers. He runs a bit wide. Penalty though. Joshua picks up the penalty. Oh, Robin almost just slammed the back end of Mentos. Very close. It's gonna allow Bolt to put pressure on him in the stadium.
Yeah, he had to back off and go wide.
Yeah,
off
he just went straight off, so he didn't hit him there. Very close there. He got stupidly close.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if Bolt will get a run here, but I think, yeah. Now it's a bit of playing chicken with the slipstream here.
Beto Express on the fastest lap of the session with a 19.085. Mento has retaken the lead.
Can't do much. Yeah, you can't really do much. There's not a lot of ERS here. Oh, Jesus, I thought they almost made contact there. Gets a good exit though, but I think he's gonna have DRS again. Yes, you will, Mento. That's what I don't like about the DRS detection zone in this track. So
they're still getting past Reese for P13.
Yeah, the battle for the win in the podium is going to be very exciting here because there's a battle for third between Robin and Bolt. Bolt trying to find a way around him, but Thunder's still on the back of their KGB's actually up the 5th.
I would say it's actually a 4-way fight for the lead right now. All these guys are still in the DRS.
Robin's going to get affected though by those penalties. And Thunder just picked up a penalty. It's not good.
Well, not good for not good at all for the McLaren driver.
Yeah, as of right now, Bolt will be P2 though.
So the DRS train goes from P1 all the way down to P11, and Beto Express might be able to get this, so it'll be a 12-car train at the front of the field.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit crazy. They're all following each other. KGB's definitely hauling ass here. Sorry for my language, but it's true. He's yeah, the lead fastest lap. He's onto the train as they're all playing chicken, following each other down the
Joshua was in the pits. Joshua has retired from the session.
And Mento's now got a 3-second time penalty, so the entire top 3 have a penalty.
If Bolt can hold on, he can win this. Yeah, if it stays how it is right now, Bolt can win this though. This might be huge for him after the quality he had, but I mean, nobody's gonna give up, obviously. I think, in my opinion, right now, looking at it, I think Robin's out of the run. The Thunder and Cementos are very much in if Bolt maybe picks up a penalty, but Bolt just needs to stick it on out here, I think. So right now, I mean, it's really realistically on track. It's a battle for the win, but it's kind of a battle for who can get second between Thunder and Mento with the penalties they have forming. As Thunder's looking for a move, but I mean, look at the ERS difference between Mentos and Thunder. It's very huge. So,
Thunder's used almost all of it. Mentos
yeah, that was
held
trying
on
to keep up with
it.
him. Yeah. He's gonna have DRS again, but the lack of ERS is gonna allow Robin to pull in some time in on him up to the line.
Mento with a defensive line into the entry of turn 1 and keep the lead for now as Thunder bumps into the back of the Mercedes. We got Shane who's just gone off turn 1.
I'm just gonna add this comment out right there. Harvey, the TP of AlphaTauri, sent me a message on Snap saying Memphis is gonna win this. So we're gonna see what happens. If like everybody ahead of him dies. What if a snap though from Robin coming out of the double right-hander? Yeah, this top 5 are all very close, but I mean, it might just stay almost how it is. I think Bolt just needs to play it very safe here and he'll be fine, honestly.
Top 8 are now, and it's still in the DRS train for the lead. Mr. Oddbot and Triple B Power, along with Beto, have all dropped off of the lead pack.
Oh god,
Gotta
they're
wonder
all
whether Aston
really
Martin
close.
decides to swap the 2 Astons.
Oh, I didn't even realize Oddbot got around him again. I mean, they're both in the
3
points.
seconds. His third 3-second penalty of the race. It's 9 for him on the day. Thunder not close enough to make a move there. Will continue. Hold on.
I just
back.
honestly think the lack of the CRS is not going to help him. It's just anything. It's going to allow more people to catch him. But he's not the only one struggling. Bolt doesn't have a lot of ERS. And look at KGB. Going to go for a move on him, who also doesn't have a lot of ERS. I was hoping Josh maybe be able to get on the back of KGB, the professional.
And the inside line here in turn 5 and in turn 6.
Oh,
He almost
Josh is
won.
going to go for it. No, he doesn't.
Josh couldn't go for it. He
Yeah,
he
smart
was
move
so
though.
slow
Would
right
have
in
been
front of
contact
him.
if
If
he
he'd
went
went
for
for
it.
it, he probably would have broken his front wing right into the back of his car.
Yeah, it was definitely a smart move to back out of it if I would have made contact.
I would have gone for it. I know for a fact what kind of driver I am.
Yeah.
I'd
I
have
mean,
been
you
like,
gotta be
screw it, I
aggressive
gotta
here.
go for
We
the
only have
move.
11 laps remaining, and we're about to have 10 to go when they cross the line. So gotta be aggressive here. Pfister and
Pfister
Dylan just
both.
both pick up penalties. Yeah.
15 for Dylan, 6 for Pfister. And we get yellows for Dylan. He's lost it.
That's Dylan, yeah.
The entry to the fading
Oh,
section.
that's a full
And
safety
the
car.
spin gives out a safety car. What is this? We've got a few drivers coming into the pits. Mr. Oddbot is in the pits. Sheen's in the pits. Pfister, Nebrastrom, Dylan, all pitting here. You've got to hope they either got another set of fresh mediums or maybe they risk it on the softs. I don't know if softs can go 10 laps, but you don't have a clean set of mediums. You got to go for it. Dylan goes to a 4-lap old set of mediums.
That's
Everybody
honestly,
else
if I was full, I'd
on
just stick
mixed
it out
mediums.
early.
Beto and Ace Phillip both swapping positions under the safety car. I don't know if that's accurate, but
Well, this is huge coming towards the end of this race, I won't lie. Safety car. I called it. It was going to be kind of a late safety car. What do you know?
yeah,
In the
10
go,
to
we have a
go.
safety
car comes out. Gotta wonder whether
I
these
think with the last,
top-
we might be running under safety car. You might be fine going in softs, but they are going to be older, so it's a bit of a risk.
You've certainly got to think about hitting onto another set of mediums if you're on one of these front-running drivers on these old mediums. Like if Ace Phillip pits, I don't think he'll lose a spot, and if he does, it's one position, and he'll have slightly fresher mediums. No one is pitting here in the front of the pack. Oh no, we got a cute Jaguar in the pits. Triple
And
B
triple.
power as well, and Ace Phillips stays out. I don't know why all those guys stayed out. SA Bolt,
I think if you're a back
understand.
marker in this
Thunder, I
pack,
think
like
you
out of the top
understand
10,
as well,
you
but
pit. Yeah, I say if you're in the back, just pit, get a fresh set of tires, try to see if you can make anything up. It's
we got
a
Triple
risk
B
or no
power on a
risk.
fresh set of softs. Now can he stay in front of his teammate? And yes, he can. He's got a good gap between him and his teammate, so there's some good news there. We've got Ace Phillip and Beto Express once again swapping positions under the safety car.
I think KGB might give driver the day chance or like week. Game he will, but the week he might be up there because he's up 11 positions right now.
Bolt
in
and
that Red
KGB
Bull.
Daddy swapping positions as well. Swapping them back. Good news there. Got Dylan,
Yeah, I
who's
think he
just hit
just
for a new
went
set
out
of
of him, so-
softs. I mean, if SA Bolt can stay within 3 seconds of Mento and Thunder, that's going to be an extra 3 positions for him. It's going to bring him from P13 to P1. All he's got to do is just stay close to this top 3.
Yeah.
Be
You
a
can
lot
definitely
harder.
bring it home, I feel like.
It's going to be a lot harder to do. Easier said than done.
Well, according to somebody who keeps nudging me to say it, it seems, Bolt is one of the only controller drivers in the field right now, and I believe the whole top 3 are actually on wheel. So, I mean, if he wins it, I mean, think about it. Because this track is not, like, it's, you know, there's sections that are easy, but, like, the S's are hard to kind of hold on controller, because you have to really make sure you nail it right, or else you're going to go over and get an invalidation on quality, or you're going to get a penalty for going
So
over
penalties
a
for this
warning.
race.
So,
Show penalties if you can.
oh yeah, sorry. Let's see. Oh,
Got quite
a bunch
bit
of 3
outside
seconds. Yeah.
Outside of Reese, Reskin, Power, and Bolt.
Oh, going through the least penalties, both Thunder and Meditos. Fuck, I'm losing my mind. Well, both them, the Alfa Romeos, Acute, Abad, all have 3 seconds. Then drivers with 6 seconds are KGB, Joshua, Benno, and Fister. 9 seconds is Sheen and Robin, and then the most is 15 seconds with Dylan. So as of right now, I think Josh and KGB might lose positions here to both the Alfa Romeos and maybe Acute because they just have to be within 3 seconds and they'll overtake them.
You could also
the,
get overtaken by a Triple B. Depends on whether he picks up one or not.
He is on sauce, so we'll see how it goes for the SMR driver. I believe we're going to have one more lap
Dylan
here.
going a little too slow here on the run to the pack.
Yeah,
Safety car probably would have been in if he'd have been a little quicker there.
It's going to be very close if people can make it or not. I think Triple with the amount of laps we're doing, I think he should be fine. But it's
And
we've
got Fister in the pits.
Like
Another
pit stop
call by the Alfari.
Probably going on the softs.
Keen trying to pass the Aston Martin of Oddbot under the safety car. Fister and Dylan both onto a brand new set of softs is again.
Smart call though. Safety car should go on this lap. Oh, Oddbot picked up a penalty. I think Sheen hit him.
Colliding with Sheen. I'm pretty sure it might be the other way around, game.
Well, this game is kind of stupid, so.
Yeah.
I think as of right now, it could be big for Alfa Romeo, but I mean, one's on mediums, one's on hards, so realistically, and they're both really old tires. Josh is on 15 lap old hards, the oldest compound in tire life in the field right now. So. And then it's
Acute Jaguar swapping positions, and Acute
there's
Jaguar
a couple
just
people
passed
13.
Beto. He's got to let him through or he's going to get a penalty. Either by the game or post-race penalties. Doesn't look like he's going to give the position back, so now we just wait for Pfister and Dillon to catch up to the pack.
I think this could be Bolt's race as long as he doesn't get murdered on the start like we've seen what happened last time with like Reese and Triple. So
Safety car will be in this lap. Cross line, it will be 6 laps remaining in the session. Your safety car restart order is as follows: Mento, Thunder, Robin, Bolt, JGB Daddy, Josh Meister, Ali Bob, Ace Phillip, Q Jaguar, Beto Express, Triple B Power, Mr. Oddbod, Sheen, Deb Restrom, Reese, Pfister, and Dylan.
there we go. CB's on the way again. Bit of a snap there for the AlphaTauri. I don't know if that's going to allow a big gap though between Bolt and the Red Bull, so a bit of a sleeper start there for KGB as Bolt's trying to warm up his tires a bit on the lap, it seems.
You get the Alfa Romeo swapping positions and a Cube Jaguar burning about as much ERS as he can find in his car to try and overtake.
Oh, he picks up a penalty though.
Oh, he picks up, yes.
Oh, Red Bull spun!
Second, it's KGB Daddy around. And Ali Bob.
Looks like he has no damage, but that's definitely gonna hurt him. And the Alfa Romeo of Ali Bob, who just spun apparently. That moves Josh up to 5th there behind his teammate now. So I think Josh could really play defensive here if he has to, and let his teammate try to stick with everybody else ahead of him.
Of this race, 18 seconds out for Dylan as he picked up his 6th penalty of the day.
Oh, Bolt doesn't get a penalty, luckily. Very, very luckily, but he's falling
we got a
back
yellow.
here.
It's a two-way crash between Dylan and Pfister. What has happened to these two? Now the Red Bull powertrain drivers getting into an incident.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Will be
Bolt's have to pick up the pace just a bit here.
57 though.
We're on lap 32 out of 36.
We got
and
another
5
yellow.
laps remaining. That's Dylan.
Both
or
of
no,
these Red Bulls,
yeah,
actually.
Dylan.
I'm not sure what they're doing.
I think Reese got his penalty cleared of whatever happened to him. He's on the attack on Sheen right now. Bit of a demon he's been in this race, I must say. As Dylan's retired.
We got a crash. We got a crash.
It's going to be another safety car VSC. Doesn't look like it would have happened already. Reese is on softs. He's up to P10. Another driver on softs is Triple. He's up to P6. He's trying to set his eyes maybe on Josh.
Both
Yeah.
Red Bulls have retired from the session, or one of them did. The other crashed out in the penultimate corner.
Yeah, not Red Bull's day, sadly. Mr. Oddbod trying to find a way around Acute. He's trying to find a way around Ace, and who's trying to maybe stick with Triple, who's pretty much hauling right now into the back of Josh very soon. I honestly don't know what it's looking like. Dude, the gap, it's 2.7 between Bolt and the leader who has a penalty. That's another penalty for Robin. So it's going to be like very close if Bolt can get those. Yeah,
DRS has just been enabled, but Bolt doesn't have DRS currently. Does Josh pass his teammate, or does he keep himself slotted behind him so he can hold off Triple B Power, who's on those newer softs?
I say right now, Josh just stays behind, defends from Triple the best he can, and hopefully Thunder can stick with CB and they can battle, and then it'll allow Bolt, because Bolt's only 2/10 out of the 3-second window between him and CB. So he really needs to hope that CB picks up another penalty or makes a bit of a error somewhere. But it's going to be close. Josh made a bit of a mistake there, but looks like Triple's going to try to climb all over that if he can.
Someone else is all
Thunder
over the back of another driver is the Q Jaguar, all over the back of Ace Phillip. Ace Phillip with another 3 seconds. That's the second 3-second penalty of this race.
Got 4 laps remaining. We're coming to 3 to go this time. Can Thunder be the savior that Bolt needs right now? Or can Mentos just make a mistake? I don't think Thunder's got DRS. I don't think he actually does. Take that back.
We got yellows.
That's Ferrari in the back. That's Neb. Yeah.
Ferrari just not having any amount of luck tonight.
Triple's going for the move on Josh right now. And the turn
Jaguars
one
gotten
on the
Ace Phillip, and
softs.
Triple's gotten Josh Meister. Did a valiant effort to defend him, but I don't think it was meant to be.
Not a lot of ERS left for these three drivers for 5th and 6th, but the softs I think are going to be superior. Yeah.
The only ones in the top 6 that have any amount of ERS really are just Bobbin with about 35 and 33 for Mento.
I still think P2's on for Bolt though. But
the Bolt is certainly on for a podium, and I think Triple B
maybe
Power
triple.
might be too.
Yeah.
It's
going to be close.
Big time is for Sheen.
That
What happens
is.
to the Mercedes?
Probably just spun.
Oh, sure, yeah. Another yellow. This time it's Reed. Oh, poor Reed.
I think Triple's going to find his way past Bolt on this straightaway coming up.
2 laps to go. Bolt is continuing to drop quite a bit of time to Mento, who's on those hards. Yes, they are old, but older hards can certainly last a lot longer than the mediums can.
Yeah, Triple just got around him. So
18-lap old hards aren't that big a deal.
I say just take it easy. It's a good point race right now for Bolt since his championship rival is DNF and P20, and it'll be a good race from them. And Alpine versus Ferraris, no point show in this race.
I don't feel like it. I feel like if you're Bolt, you might want to just try and keep yourself behind him. Get the DRS. If you can't, don't force yourself into a bad situation.
Yeah, definitely, because you can still probably get a podium, but it's going to be extremely close.
Oh yeah.
That's lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, there are some corners you can go extremely wide and you will not get the penalty. Out of the final few corners,
to keep
across
up
the line,
CV.
Mento will start the final lap of this Mexico City Grand Prix. We got a yellow in Sector 2.
It's Reese again.
The end to this race has just been catastrophic.
Yeah, I think CB can just almost Sunday drive this and he'll be fine as long as I guess Thunder doesn't get DRS here, but
Josh Meister going for the move on his teammate. And his teammate gets another 3 seconds. Cute Jaguar also looking to try and get a move down on
just absolute. Yeah, I think Josh just absolutely cost him a podium. But
I don't think he was on for a podium regardless of the situation.
Maybe, but Cute finds his way past Bolt. But I think he
Brestrom
should
is
be
just
fine.
taking fastest lap, so there is one piece of good news for Ferraris. Race tonight.
I mean, it still won't be a point for him since he's sadly out of the points.
My God. Robin with another
picked up another penalty. He's almost on to be disqualified.
Yeah, and Beto Express has lost it. What was looking on for a decent points night
Going
for
through
the
the stadium section.
lost it.
Top
The
3 are
Haas
really close together.
At one point, looked like they could have gotten points, and now neither of them are going to score anything tonight.
Doesn't
What an
matter.
absolute
Mentos
shame.
holds on. He brings home the win. Thunder P2 on track. Robin P3. That's gonna change. Triple goes up to P3.
Power.
Yeah.
Cute Jaguar gets P4 goes to Bolt. Then it's a Cute Jaguar. P6 for Josh Meister. Followed by Robin, Ali Bob, Ace Phillip, Mr. Oddbod secures P10.
Oh, Acute lost his front wing at the end there or something. He doesn't have a front wing
He
anymore.
rammed into the wall, that's why, right across the line. Fister gets P11, Beto Express P12, Sheen P13, 14th goes to
Neb is
Reese,
having fun.
who tries to destroy the car as well.
If Neb doesn't finish, he might get disqualified, to be honest. I don't know. But, enjoyable race. Took nearly an hour, 53 minutes, 37 seconds, and... That was a pretty entertaining race. Bolt and Fister are both highest up places by 9, and Thunder was up 5, so Bolt might get mentioned for driver of the week coming up. But it's a Mercedes show at the front. Then still a good race coming towards the end here. Oh, there you go, Fester, driver of the day in game. I wonder how bad tempers are going to be flaring up. Well, it's an all Mercedes podium, or powered engine podium. So, Mercedes engine showing strong here in Mexico City for round 9. That is tier 2.
You want to do interviews, or are you not able to?
No, I'm pretty sure we can.
Okay.
We just gotta pick up our top 3, which, well, one of them's on Xbox. Depressing.
PlayStation. But yeah.
Alright, let me get these orders some.
I've already
You got 'em?
I
Alright,
invited them. Let me take some screenshots.
I got them. Oh god, you're on Xbox out over here?
Hey, he's probably on the steering wheel, that's why.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, how you doing, man?
Steering wheel bum. We got the Americans
Make sure
interviewing the
to
Brit.
include your audio. Oh, come on. It gave me a screenshot of all the time penalties. Why does it always do that? I'll take a picture when the penalties are away, and it'll be like, oh, you wanted the penalties, right? And it's like, no.
Yes, we got you. Your audio included and everything. Alright, well, Thunder, for McLaren outing, what, P2, I think it was? Uh, how did you feel with that cluster of a race? Yeah. I think the hard, the medium, or medium, the hard might have been the way. But, I mean, yeah, it was a good outing from you. I think you would have probably won if you didn't pick up that penalty, but, I mean, it's Mexico. Anything's really possible. So, I I honestly don't know off the top of my head. What's the next round again? Or what's the next race? Well, if it is Imola, how do you feel with going into Imola for next week? Yeah, it is definitely a tight track. Should be a bit of interestingness. But good showing. Be happy you weren't in the back for the battle for P12. That was a absolute cluster of madness. But congratulations. I don't know if my partner here has any questions he would like to ask, but I mean, I think it was a pretty good performance regardless. I think you should still be happy, obviously, with the podium walk away at the end of the day. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully, Imola will be yours. Just don't, just don't do what I did last season there. You'll be fine. So I hate punctures, but well, once again, yeah, see, that was P2, Mr. McLaren, man. I don't know where. Did you invite?
I invited Mento. He's not joining, so that'll be our only interview for tonight.
Sad, but yeah. Personally, if I had to rate the race, I would give it a pretty solid, like 8 or 9. Definitely entertaining. I think the safety cars were back, but I mean, it was still entertaining. I mean, the battle for P12, regardless of all the takeouts, but
Oh
And then the
yeah.
battle for the win towards the end was still on, but I mean, just DRS train really, so nothing could have happened. A lot of penalties. Wonder how many will also become a thing after FA do their work, but we'll see what happens. So I believe what's tomorrow? Tier 1, Mexico. So yeah, just tune in for that same time as today, and hopefully next week MLO won't be a total show of not entertaining. So we'll find out. Any last words before I end the stream?
No, just loved watching the race. Love having a commentator who like actually likes commentating.
Yeah.
Great racing from everyone in Tier 2 tonight. To our other podium finish we didn't get to interview tonight. Great race tonight. Wish you two the best of luck for next week
Yes.
for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. As for those who didn't get points, I wish you the best of luck next week. That'll be all from me. And thank you all for
And
watching the stream tonight.
that'll also be all from me. So hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your evenings, afternoons, morning, because maybe some people are from different parts of the world, but wherever you are, enjoy the rest of your day.